Hello everyone, this is Komal Mathur, a legal intern at Lexis and Company and a law student at Manipal University, Jaipur. Today, we'll learn about writs under the Indian Constitution. So first of all, let us know what is a writ. A writ means a command of the court to another person or authority by which such person or authority has to act or abstain from acting in a certain way. Thus, writs are very essential part of the judicial power of the court. Now in India, the constitution has provided Supreme Court with the power to issue the writ under the Article 32 of the Constitution. Under Article 32, when any fundamental right of a citizen is violated, the person has a right to directly approach and can issue an appropriate writ along enforcing such right. Also, the High Court have the power of enforcing writs under one more article. Now let us know about the types of writs first. The Indian Constitution provides 5 types of writs which can be issued by the courts. They are habeas corpus, mandamus, certiorari, quo warranto and prohibition. Now let us learn about habeas corpus. Now what is habeas corpus? The writ of habeas corpus is issued by the courts in those cases where a person is illegally detained. Habeas corpus means to have the body and it is one of the most effective remedies available to a person detained. By this writ, the court commands the person or authority who has detained or restrained another person to present such person before the court. Now let us understand this writ by an illustration. When A is wrongfully detained by B, the police officer, A writes to the High Court regarding the same. The High Court summons B with A and asks the grounds of detaining A. If B fails to provide a valid ground or justification for A's detention, A will be free to go. Now let us learn about the writ mandamus. Mandamus is another important writ which is provided for by the Indian Constitution. In the writ of mandamus, the superior courts, that is the Supreme Court, order the inferior court, that may be High Court or District Court, to do an act or to abstain from doing an act. This order can also be given to an inferior tribunal, board, corporation or any type of administrative authority to the bodies lower to them. Let us understand this writ with an illustration. A is a public servant who has a duty towards B which he has to fulfill according to the law, but he does not fulfill the duty. Now B is aggrieved by the non-performance and therefore approaches the High Court for demanding the fulfillment of the duty by A. Here, the High Court, on being satisfied that the case of B is bona fide and there is a duty which should be fulfilled, will issue the writ of mandamus and A will be bound to fulfill the duty he has avoided until now. But if A was a businessman who had some duty towards B, but he fails to perform it, in such a case A cannot approach the court for mandamus because this writ cannot be issued against a private person. Now let us understand the writ of certiorari. Certiorari is a different type of writ when compared with other writs. The writ is corrective in nature, which means the purpose of the writ is to correct an error which is apparent on the records. Certiorari is a writ which is issued by the superior court to an inferior court. This can be issued when the superior court wants to decide a matter in the case itself or if there is an excess of jurisdiction by the inferior court. The writ can also be issued when there is a fundamental error in the procedure followed by the inferior court or if there is a violation of principles of natural justice. Now let us understand this writ by an illustration. There is a case in the district court and the court has no jurisdiction to decide such case. Still, the district court judge tries the case and gives a decision and an application is made by A, the aggrieved party, by such decision to High Court. Where hereby the powers of issuing writ, the High Court will issue a writ of certiorari on the order of district court. As a result, the order of district court will be quashed. Now let us understand the writ of quo warranto. The writ of quo warranto is issued by the courts against a private person when he assumes an office on which he has no right. Quo warranto literally means by what authority, and it is an effective measure to prevent people from taking over the public offices. Let us understand this writ with the help of an illustration. A, who is a private citizen and has no qualification for the post of sub-inspector, assumes such office. Here, a writ of quo warranto can be issued against A to call into question his authority on which he has taken control of the office of sub-inspector. Now, the last writ which I want to talk about is the writ of prohibition. It can be issued under the Constitution. This writ is not issued often and is an extraordinary remedy which a superior court issues to an inferior court or tribunal by stopping them from deciding a case because these courts do not have any jurisdiction. If the court or tribunals do not have jurisdiction and still decides a case, it will be an invalid judgment because for an act to be legal, it should have the sanction of the law. For example, if the district court is hearing an appeal against the judgment of a high court, such an action is bound to be prohibited because the district court does not have the power to hear on the judgments already passed by the higher courts. So that's it for today. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day.